The baby shower in our Cotswolds village turned into chaos when I announced my twin pregnancy, stealing the spotlight from my sister. She grabbed a cake knife, screaming, "This is my day. You stole my moment." My plan to outshine her, after years of her sabotaging my achievements with fake crises, unraveled into viral videos, court battles, harassment, and a chilling discovery. A hidden nursery in Bristol with my teenage dream names, Alara and Finn, painted on the walls. When did her need for attention become a dangerous obsession? Was it the knife incident or something deeper? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Like and subscribe for more drama. Then dive into the full story. I'm 2 years older than my sister, raised in Bourton-on-the-Water, a small Cotswold village. I loved books and aimed for Oxford, while my sister craved the spotlight. Our mother favored her, calling her the family star, while our father tried to keep things fair. I spent my childhood reading in my room, planning my escape to university, while my sister performed for anyone who'd watch, always needing to be the center. When I turned 7, I won a school spelling bee, proud to stand on stage with my certificate. My sister, 5, started coughing loudly, claiming she couldn't breathe. Our mother rushed her out, and the ceremony ended early. Everyone forgot my win. At 10, I got first place in a math competition, but my sister fell off a chair, cried about a sprained ankle, pulling focus. At 14, I landed the lead in the school musical, practicing for weeks. On opening night, my sister claimed food poisoning, vomiting in the aisle, and the show stopped for paramedics. At 17, I won a scholarship to a writing camp, but at the award dinner, my sister faked a fainting spell, collapsing dramatically. Every milestone, science fairs, choir solos, even a family picnic where I taught myself guitar, she found a way to interrupt with a crisis. I got into Oxford to study literature, moving to a city of quiet libraries and new friends. My sister stayed in the village, working at a bakery, then a gift shop, charming customers but never sticking with anything. She married a Bristol accountant, a steady guy who balanced her energy. Our mother gushed over her at the wedding, where I was a bridesmaid, barely noticed. I met my husband, an engineer with a calm demeanor at Oxford. We had a small wedding in London, just close friends and a quick pub meal. My sister complained of a toothache, pulling our mother away for the whole reception. A year ago, my sister sent a baby shower invite. She was pregnant after years of trying. Resentment hit me hard. I'd been the one pushed aside my whole life, and now she'd get all the attention again. We should try for a baby, I told my husband that night, my voice firm. He was hesitant. We were saving for a bigger flat, but I wanted to steal her thunder. First pregnancy test, negative. I sat in the bathroom, staring at the stick, angry. Second month, negative again, and I cried in bed. Third month, at a Cheltenham clinic, the doctor said, "You're having twins." I grinned, already planning my announcement. I played the supportive sister, texting everyone to come to her shower, hyping it up as the event of the year. I called cousins, old classmates, even my husband's co-workers, promising a big celebration. She posted her baby's name online, Alara Rose, a name I'd written in my locked journal at 15. She'd broken into my old bedroom and read it. On the shower morning, I helped with her hair, saying, "Today's your day." She laughed. "Mother says I look better than you. Perfect for photos." I arrived at the shower early, helping set up tables, my baggy dress hiding my 5-month bump. My sister, in a white gown, floated around, soaking up praise. I stayed quiet, waiting for my moment. During the gift opening, she unwrapped a stroller, gushing loudly. I felt the twins kick, a reminder of my plan. After lunch, the gender reveal was next. I knew it was my chance to shift the focus. The baby shower was in a village tent, with balloons and a tall cake. Guests arrived with gifts, blankets, toys, a crib. My sister, in a white dress, hugged everyone, thriving on attention. I wore a loose dress to hide my pregnancy, blending in. She whispered to our mother, "I'm the better-looking one today." Our mother nodded. "You're the focus." Games finished, and gifts were opened. The gender reveal was next. 3, 2, 1. Pink confetti shot out. "It's a girl!" my sister yelled, clapping. Morning sickness hit me. I ran to the bathroom. Throwing up, I came back pale and said, "Sorry, the twins, 7 weeks, they're rough." The crowd froze, then rushed me. "Twins," an aunt shouted. People asked about names, due dates, genders. My sister's smile vanished. "I'm hyperventilating," she screamed, but nobody cared, even her husband asking about double strollers. "This is my event," she shouted. Our mother snapped. "Quiet. She's having twins." My sister grabbed the cake knife, aiming it at me. "You stole my day after I struggled for years." Her husband pulled her arm. The knife dropped. She fell, sobbing, "You always take everything." Our mother knelt by her, ignoring me. Phones recorded at least 30. My husband grabbed my arm. "We're out." Our mother slapped my face, yelling, "You ruined her day." My cheek burned. My husband said, "Back off or I call police." My friend shouted, "I'm calling 999 if you touch her again." Our father arrived, stunned. My sister vomited, shaking. Her husband yelled, "Hospital! She's in labor." Our mother pointed at me. "If her baby's gone, it's your fault." My sister screamed, "If I lose mine, yours are next." Phones kept filming. We called police for my husband's car. My twins kicked, my face ached. Officers came, watched videos, took statements, photographed my cheek, and recommended a restraining order. At home, my husband made tea. Stay with my parents? No, I said, she won't scare me off. Videos went viral. Hashtag shower disaster trending. Comments split. Some called her unhinged. Others said I planned it. Our mother pounded our door next morning, demanding I remove the videos. Neighbors stared. My husband threatened police. She left, yelling. Our father called. She's in hospital. Blood pressure spike. Can we meet? I agreed. Public cafe. My husband there. Our mother demanded apologies. My sister said I'd always wanted her life. She handed me a lawsuit. Emotional distress. 200,000 pounds. My husband called our solicitor cousin. We left as our mother shouted. My friend brought proof of my sister's past, ruining my musical, scholarship dinner, engagement lunch with fake emergencies. The videos spread like wildfire across social media platforms, racking up thousands of views within hours. Comments poured in, splitting the audience. Some labeled my sister as unhinged, pointing to her dramatic outbursts as proof, while others accused me of deliberately stealing her spotlight with my announcement. The online vitriol was relentless, with strangers dissecting every moment of the shower. We decided to file for a restraining order at Cheltenham's magistrate court, determined to protect ourselves. We gathered evidence, videos from multiple angles, witness statements from guests, my medical records showing my pregnancy, and even text messages where I tried to support her event. The judge, a stern woman with no-nonsense demeanor, reviewed the footage of my sister's knife-wielding outburst and granted the order, 150 meters minimum distance from me, my husband, our home, his workplace, and my OB/GYN clinic. Any violation means immediate arrest, she warned, her voice echoing in the courtroom. 3 days later, our mother ignored the order. She stormed into my husband's office, a small engineering firm in Gloucester, shouting that I'd torn the family apart and ruined her daughter's life. Receptionist froze. Co-workers peeked from cubicles. She pounded on his desk, demanding he make me apologize publicly. Security called the police, who arrived within minutes, handcuffing her as she screamed about family loyalty. The incident spread through the office, and his boss, sympathetic but practical, suggested he work remotely to avoid further disruptions. He set up a desk in our spare room, his laptop surrounded by blueprints, while I tried to stay calm for the twins. Nights grew tense. My sister's car, a blue hatchback, started appearing just beyond the 150-meter limit, parked on the street outside our flat. I'd spot her sitting inside, staring at our windows, her silhouette unmoving. One night, I watched her for an hour through the blinds, my heart pounding. She stayed for 3. My husband installed security cameras the next day, their red lights blinking outside our door. We sent footage to the police, who noted it but said she hadn't technically broken the order. "She's testing the boundaries," the officer said, advising us to document everything. Our father came to our flat, looking haggard, his shoulders slumped. "Your mother's staying with us, ranting about you day and night," he said, sitting on our couch. "Her husband's talking about divorce. Says her obsession with you is endangering their baby." He admitted he'd been too passive, letting their behavior escalate over the years. I nodded, unsure how to respond, my hand resting on my belly. At my 21-week ultrasound, the doctor, a calm woman with years of experience, frowned at the screen. One twin was measuring smaller, likely due to stress. "We'll need weekly monitoring," she said, prescribing rest and no drama. That night, my friend called, her voice urgent. My medical records, appointment dates, ultrasound images, even my due date had been posted on a local parenting group's Facebook page. The hospital investigated and traced it to our mother's friend, a clerk named Linda who'd accessed my file 15 times without authorization. Linda was fired on the spot and charged with data protection violations, facing potential jail time. My sister's husband sent a text. He'd found her diary from high school, hidden in their attic. Pages detailed her plans to sabotage me, cutting my musical costume so it ripped on stage, spreading rumors about me cheating at the math competition, hiding my scholarship certificate before the award dinner. "I'm willing to testify," he wrote, adding he was consulting a divorce lawyer to protect their unborn child. Meanwhile, my sister escalated her attacks online, posting fabricated text messages claiming I'd been harassing her for years. She included photoshopped images of me lurking outside her house. The posts spread through parenting forums, and strangers began sending me threats. Some emailed. Others slipped under our door. One read, "You don't deserve those twins." Our address was doxed, posted on a Reddit thread. My husband reported it to the cybercrime unit, who promised to investigate, but warned it could take time. My blood pressure spiked, hitting dangerous levels. The doctor ordered strict bed rest, warning that stress could trigger preterm labor. My friend started screenshotting every post and comment for a potential defamation lawsuit, building a folder of evidence. My husband took unpaid leave, staying home to care for me, reading aloud to the twins from children's books, his hand on my belly. The hospital confirmed Linda's arrest. She faced up to 2 years for the data breach. Our father, shaken by the betrayal, filed for divorce, saying he couldn't stay with someone who'd enabled such chaos. My sister filed another lawsuit, this time claiming mental anguish and demanding £300,000 in damages. Our solicitor cousin, sharp and determined, countered with charges of assault, harassment, and breach of the restraining order. At 25 weeks, I woke to sharp contractions. My husband sped us to the hospital, running red lights. The doctor administered magnesium sulfate to stop labor, her face serious. "The twins can't survive if born now," she said, keeping me admitted for observation. My sister posted on Instagram, "Serves her right for ruining my life." Her husband visited the hospital, looking exhausted. "She's refusing her medication," he said, showing me texts where she rambled about me stealing her destiny. I'm documenting everything for the divorce and custody battle. My friend organized a support night at our flat before I was admitted, inviting close friends who brought casseroles, baby clothes, and handmade cards. The mood was warm until my sister showed up, 8 months pregnant, banging on the door and yelling that I'd turned everyone against her. She pushed my friend, who stumbled into a table. My sister's water broke during the scuffle. Paramedics arrived, rushing her to the hospital. She delivered a healthy girl, naming her Alara Rose Sophia, using my middle name as a jab. Her husband refused to sign the birth certificate, insisting on couples counseling first, citing her instability. We planned a rescheduled baby shower at my friend's house, a quiet event with 10 guests. A process server interrupted, handing me papers. My sister's restraining order, claiming my announcement caused her premature labor. The judge, a family friend of our mother, approved it despite our evidence. Our solicitor cousin filed an appeal, calling the decision biased. My friend showed me old photos she'd kept, us as kids, building sandcastles, sharing ice lollies. I cried, realizing my sister's actions stemmed from illness, not just jealousy. Her husband filed for emergency custody after finding another diary entry. Break her written 30 times in red ink. My sister fled with their baby, our mother helping her hide. Police issued an Amber Alert, tracking them to a roadside motel outside Bristol. Both were arrested for custodial interference. Our solicitor cousin met us at the hospital, outlining the growing list of charges: assault, harassment, data breaches, custody violation. "Will you testify when you're able?" she asked. I nodded, determined to end the cycle. Our father visited, apologizing for years of inaction. "I should have stopped them sooner," he said, his voice breaking. At 31 weeks, contractions hit again during a video deposition for the court. I testified from my hospital bed, listing every time my sister had sabotaged me: musical, math competition, scholarship dinner, engagement lunch. The trial revealed her diagnosis: narcissistic personality disorder with obsessive traits. Our solicitor cousin's appeal succeeded. A new judge overturned my sister's restraining order, issuing arrest warrants for her and our mother for their violations and actions. The doctor kept me on hospital bed rest, warning that stress could force early delivery. My blood pressure readings were erratic, and the twins' health was at risk. Every day, nurses checked my vitals, their faces tense but professional. My husband's engineering firm offered a transfer to their Paris office, a chance to leave the chaos behind. We sat in my hospital room, the beeping monitors a constant backdrop, and discussed it late into the night. "A new city, a new beginning," he said, his hand resting on my belly, feeling the twins' faint kicks. I nodded, scared of uprooting but desperate for peace. We started researching flats in Paris, focusing on ones with enough space for a nursery. Try to imagine a life free from my sister's shadow. My sister managed to slip past hospital security one morning, reaching the maternity ward's entrance before guards stopped her. She screamed loud enough to echo down the hall, "I hope your twins never see daylight." Nurses rushed to my room, checking if I was okay. I was shaking, the twins kicking harder. A doctor sedated me lightly to calm my heart rate. My solicitor cousin added witness intimidation to the growing list of charges, faxing the hospital security report to the prosecutor. The incident left the staff on edge, and they assigned an extra guard to my floor. My husband stayed overnight, sleeping in a chair, refusing to leave me alone. My sister's husband visited, carrying their newborn daughter in a carrier. He looked worn, dark circles under his eyes. "I need to ask something serious," he said, setting the carrier down gently. "If anything happens to me, will you and your husband be her godparents? I don't trust her with anyone else right now." His voice cracked, and I saw the weight of his failing marriage. We agreed, promising to care for her if needed, though the thought of taking on another child while pregnant felt overwhelming. He showed me a photo of their daughter, her tiny face peaceful, unaware of the chaos. "She doesn't deserve this," he said, and I nodded, fighting tears. The district attorney took over the case, combining my sister's actions into a felony indictment: assault with a knife, death threats, harassment, and custodial interference from her motel escape. Our mother's charges were bundled in: breaching the restraining order, aiding the escape. In court, during her testimony, our mother clutched her chest and collapsed, gasping for air. Medics rushed her out. It was a heart attack, her second in 10 years. Our father called from the hospital, his voice trembling. "She's stable now, but she's asking for you. She wants to make things right. Against my husband's advice, I went flanked by 2 security guards. In her hospital bed, our mother looked frail, tubes snaking from her arms. She grabbed my hand, her grip weak. "I pushed her to compete with you because you were always fine without me," she whispered, tears falling. "I was jealous of your strength." Her words hit hard, but they didn't erase years of favoritism. I left without responding, the guards escorting me back to my ward. A leaked psychiatric evaluation surfaced online, posted by an anonymous account, likely a hospital worker. It detailed my sister's diagnoses: narcissistic personality disorder and postpartum psychosis, exacerbated by her pregnancy loss years earlier. The report described her obsession with outshining me as a lifelong pattern, rooted in childhood insecurity. Her husband used the evaluation in court to secure full custody of their daughter, arguing she was unfit to parent. The judge agreed, granting him sole custody and limiting my sister to supervised visits, pending her treatment progress. My friend organized a small baby shower in my hospital room, inviting only our closest allies. 10 people, a small cake, and soft music to keep my stress low. It was the first celebration without drama, and I felt the twins settle as if they knew. My sister escaped her psychiatric facility a week later, stealing a kitchen knife from the cafeteria. She reached the hospital's maternity ward entrance at 2 a.m., shouting my name and banging on the locked doors. Security tackled her before she got inside, pinning her to the ground as she screamed about me stealing her life. The hospital's cameras caught it all, and the judge denied bail, citing her as a danger to others. My solicitor cousin called it a slam dunk for the prosecution, but I felt no victory, only exhaustion. Trial preparations consumed the next weeks. My solicitor cousin met me in the hospital, bringing binders of evidence: shower videos, threatening posts, diary entries, witness statement from the shower guests, hospital staff affidavits. My sister's husband prepared to testify, sharing more from her diary. Specific plans to ruin my musical by loosening stage props, sabotaging my math competition with fake answer sheets, and stealing my scholarship certificate to lose it before the dinner. In court, he read these aloud, his voice steady but pained. My sister interrupted, screaming that her daughter wasn't his, claiming wild conspiracies about me bribing doctors. She lunged at a bailiff, biting his arm, and was forcibly removed. The judge ordered another evaluation, ruling her unfit for trial. She was committed to a secure psychiatric facility for at least 6 months. Our mother's trial continued separately. She was convicted of assault, harassment, and aiding custodial interference, receiving 3 years probation and mandatory therapy, with a warning that further violations would mean jail. At 36 weeks, the doctor scheduled my C-section, citing the twin fragile condition and my unstable blood pressure. The surgery was quick but intense. The twins, a boy and a girl, were born at 7:45 a.m., their cries sharp and strong despite their small size, each weighing just under 4 pounds. My husband held them, tears streaming down his face, whispering their names. Finn and Alara. They were whisked to the NICU for monitoring, their tiny bodies hooked to machines that beeped softly. I lay in recovery, exhausted but relieved, clutching my husband's hand as he described their perfect fingers. Our father visited the next day, bringing a stuffed bear for each twin. He sat by my bed, his voice low. "Your mother's trying to change," he said, mentioning her therapy sessions and regret. I shook my head. Her apologies felt too late, and I wasn't ready to forgive. The psychiatric facility sent a letter about my sister. She'd been pregnant again, conceived before her separation, but lost the baby during a psychotic episode, believing it was a government experiment. She was transferred to a long-term care unit, with limited contact allowed. I read the letter alone in my hospital room, feeling a mix of pity and anger. Her illness explained so much, but it didn't erase the years of pain she caused. I folded the letter, tucking it into a drawer, unsure if I'd ever respond. We moved to Paris 2 months later, settling into a Montmartre flat with a small nursery painted pale yellow. The twins came home from a NICU, healthy but still small, needing frequent checkups. We transferred the restraining orders under EU law, ensuring my sister and mother stayed away. My sister's husband relocated to Lyon with their daughter, emailing to arrange monthly playdates for the cousins. He sent photos of her, smiling in a tiny dress, and I felt a pang for the family we might have been. Our mother sent letters to our father, each one longer, filled with apologies and promises to change. I kept them unopened in a box, unable to face her words. My friend moved to Paris, renting a flat 3 blocks away. She visited almost daily, bringing croissants or Chinese takeout, sitting on our couch to play with the twins. Their first smiles came during a video call with her, their faces lighting up as she made silly noises. We all cried, laughing through tears, the moment a small victory after months of chaos. In therapy, I admitted my pregnancy was driven by spite, a need to beat my sister at her own game. The therapist, a kind woman with a French accent, nodded. "You made a choice from pain," she said. "Now make choices from love." I started journaling, writing letters to the twins about the family they'd never know, promising to protect them from our past. Our father flew to Paris for the twins' first birthday, bringing a quilt our mother had sewn in therapy, each patch a different color. He sat at our kitchen table, sipping tea, and talked about his own regrets, staying silent while our mother favored my sister, ignoring the signs of her illness. I listened, but kept the quilt in its bag, unready to accept it. My husband suggested renewing our vows, a way to mark our new life. We planned a small ceremony in our Paris garden, inviting only my friend, my sister's husband, his new girlfriend, and their daughter. We stood under a string of fairy lights, promising to choose each other every day, to build a family rooted in trust. Their daughter toddled over, grabbing a daisy from the grass, and we all laughed, the sound light and free. The psychiatric facility sent monthly updates on my sister, noting slow progress in her treatment. Her latest letter was longer, filled with apologies for specific moments: the musical, the math competition, the scholarship dinner, acknowledging how her need for attention hurt me. I read half, then filed it away, not ready to forgive but softened by her effort. The twins took their first steps in our Paris living room, wobbling toward each other on a rainy afternoon, collapsing into giggles. My husband clapped, grinning. "Let's make kindness our competition," he said, lifting them up. We laughed, rewriting the family rules we'd inherited, determined to break the cycle of rivalry. I started having dreams about my sister as a child, her teaching me braid hair, sneaking me cookies when I was grounded, laughing as we ran through the village meadows. I'd wake crying, grieving the sister she'd been before her illness took over. I wrote about it in therapy, exploring the mix of love and anger I still carried. A year after the shower, I posted a photo of the twins at a Paris park, pushing them in swings as they laughed. The caption read, "Living well is enough." I turned off comments, not needing the world's opinions anymore. My friend, now a constant in our lives, commented privately, "You're building something beautiful." The twins' world was small and safe. My husband's goofy songs as he pushed their stroller, my habit of carrying crackers in my bag for their tantrums. They'd learn their family story one day. An aunt lost to illness, grandparents who failed us, a mother who chose revenge before love. For now, they knew only warmth. My friends' tickles, their cousins' playdates, our quiet evenings reading picture books. It wasn't perfect, but it was ours, and that was enough.